What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. Assuming my count is right, I think this is episode 42. I had to go back and actually edit a bunch of videos because I got my count off, so... yes, okay. I hope it's 42. If it's not, I'm gonna look like a fool. But either way, yes, we are ready to continue. Once again, we're focusing on the Gelmir region. You can kind of see this, well, it's not imaginary, but you can see this partial line right here. Everything to the west of that line is what we're going to be targeting. So to start, we're going to be heading right on up here into the ruins. So it's just immediately north of us. It should be a really quick run. Just shoot right on over there. There's going to be a Death Mariner. Obviously, y'all are familiar with these guys by now. They're not exactly a challenge. We're just gonna beat this thing silly. We'll put on Blood Flame real fast, because why not? All right, where are you at, ugly? There he is. Look at him, just waiting. He's like, come, beat it to my ass. Alright, where'd he go? Should be like over here. There he is. See him in the back. There's a bunch of skeletons. Just ignore the skeletons. Now with him gone, the big skeletons, they're just going to disappear, but these little skeletons, they are not. So just be ready, because we got more of them. Let's see, we got the Tibia Summon spell. It's honestly not very good. It's actually, the spell is basically identical to the Ross's axe that I pointed out. Wasn't really worth it a while ago. So what it does is it summons up a skeleton to the left, to the right, and behind the enemy, and then they all swing. But the problem is if the enemy just like sidesteps even a little bit, skeletons don't connect. Stop that. God, y'all are so annoying. Stay down. Down. Ooh. So, if you want real fast, you got a death root. You could go turn it in. I'd hold off. We're going to get another death root in a little bit, so I would just wait until we have a 2-for deal. Alright, we're gonna head on over here, though. There's a couple, like, loose pieces of loot around here. For the most part, it's kind of garbage. We got that smithing 5. As we return back, there should be, like, a rune 3, some feathers. And then we can pop a, I believe it's a stoneware key to get a thing. It's just run on up into them. Honestly, that's the best thing to do with ruins. You just kind of run around them looking for stuff. Where is it at? There we go. There's our feathers. There's my rune 3 and rune 4. It's not like I need rune 3 and rune 4s. I'll pop this. This is going to lead us down to a Pearl Drake +1, which also isn't really needed, but I mean, we have so many stoneware keys at this point, we're just opening everything that has them. Let's see, there's a bunch of undead dudes. This dude, his scythe is really cool. I like it a lot more than the regular scythe, so if y'all are looking for a new scythe, these are the dudes. Nice ghost flame, bro. So yeah, Pearl Drake +1, another talisman that we will likely never use. I'm going to take a quick loop here just to see if I can find the rune 3. Like, less than 10 seconds. I'm not wasting a ton of time on a rune 3. Rune 3, where are you? Not by them. Oh, there it is. That's probably it. Oh, rune 7. Oh, slightly worth it more. I mean, to be honest, it's still just like, we have so many runes at this point, I don't know what to do with them. Anyway, there might be one more rune item here. There's no other, like, equipment or talismans or anything else, though, so when you're done with that, head up northwest, and head around here. We should see the entrance to the catacombs. Get on in there. Is this the one that had the rune 3? Nope. White cure meat. place is going to be pretty easy. We have another cat statue. Level up real fast. See, how are we looking? 49. Still getting more out of the dex. This is going to turn into a dexterity build. So in here, there we just go. Let's move my notes a little bit. Take the elevator. This is one of those elevators where we're going to want to roll off. There's obviously a lightning trap. As you can see, it's not going to hurt us that much, even if you hit it. And just start like running against the wall. There we go. Grab the grave 5. There's nothing under the elevator, so don't worry about that. It's going to be 2 dudes up ahead with some lightning. Should not be a problem. Go on and grab that. I'm going to continue this way for some zombie type enemies and a knight. Come on. For the most part, I would just ignore these things. They, you know, you've encountered these before. They shamble around. If you really want to do something funny, though, if you can lure them all over, this is a big AoE trap. So. Oh, no. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but. No, I really like killing enemies with traps. Anyway, over here we have a knight. This one we are going to actually kill, just so he is not a threat. Ooh. Square off, are you, huh? Oh my god, you have no poise! That is so disappointing. All that armor, and not a little bit of poise. Up the ladder. Behind here, we have the lightning scorpion charm. As always, scorpion charms, they're double-edged sword. It's going to boost your lightning damage a bunch. At the same time, you're going to take more damage. So, if you're okay with taking damage, pick it on up. Let's see, we're going to use the lifting platform to go in front and behind us. So, kill you. Right. They're dead. We're gonna go back over to here. Gonna kill this guy and hit the lever. I believe there's the ambush here as well. Oh, you messed up. I mean, hey, even if you're bad at parrying, it looks like it doesn't matter, because these guys have piss poor poise. Ooh, a golden great shield drop. That's not a guaranteed drop here. That's just like a random drop on these guys, but that's actually a pretty solid choice. You can see 70 guard boost on that bad boy. So, really, really good all-around great shield at this point in the game. I wish this one had higher guard boost, but, I mean, golden retaliation is fantastic. But anyway, after you've popped that, go on over here. We gotta get over to this thing. What's this? What's this? What do you got for me? Just Fergal Bloom. Can I make it in time? No, I can't. Come on, go up again. Alright, there we go. Might want to use your flask here. The boss isn't going to be a threat here, but there are double crabs that are about to fight you. Double crabs and zombies. Never be too sure with crabs, man. Those guys will mess you up. Ancient Dragon Apostles Cookbook, though. Grab that. Over here, hit the lever. And from here, we just head on over to the boss. Remember, it's just right back at the entrance. Every time you think you've seen enough of these things, another one pops up. Talking about the cats, of course. I just realized I have Regen and Twiggy on. I don't really need Twiggy. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have. Blood Flame. You can just hide behind the pillar, or just sidestep it. Very, very challenging content here. It's going to allow us to buy an unlimited supply of, I believe, 1s, 2s, and maybe even 3s. It's probably just 1s and 2s. But anyway, returned from here. Next, we're making our way on over to Old Altus. So just to show where we're going next, I'd actually suggest copping back on over to the Erdtree Gazing Hill, because we're up on a hill right now, and we want to be more down into the valley. And we're going to be heading right on into this hole. Alright, so just head this way, right through this water. And there should be a shiny. Go ahead and just have a cookery ready. Oh, look, I'm just going to come down. How nice. I'll get you Bloodblade. Actually, really nice. Out of the various Blood Ashes of War, I think Sempuku is the best, and I would put that right in second. It just lets you do a very fast projectile. Blood causes a fair amount of bleed buildup, and of course, with access to that, you can have your weapon also be a bleed weapon. So, not bad all around. If you want to fight these guys, it's up to you. You don't get anything for killing them. This one's kind of annoying, so I like to take him out of the way. Did you drop loot when I murdered you? You did. Oh, Grave Violet. He gave me a flower. How nice. Ah, pretty sure the troll just hit the troll. Yeah, he did. He knocked his friend on his ass. Oh, what a bunch of idiots. So you can trigger it if you want, just so you have it, but otherwise we're gonna roll off. We're gonna roll off some cracked crystals. And we're just rolling our way on down. Like I said, pretty much anytime you can, you're gonna roll your way on down. So this is the Old Altus Tunnel. It's pretty straightforward here. It's nothing too much to worry about. What is the boss at the end of this? Oh yeah, we could just go ahead and pop this now or later, doesn't matter. And grab the loots. Want to kill them. Get lots of 5s and 6s in here though. Did not mean to waste my time with that, but it's okay. Grab all of that. We want to go this way and up the ladder first. There's some more loot and some bad guys around here. So as always, these guys are usually resistant, but especially with our upgraded weapons, we should just be slicing through them like butter. Smithing stone in the corner, bullet right there. Angry dogs inside. Enhanced lightning resistance talisman. You know, real fast, I just want to see something. Do I have any? No. I was hoping maybe it was an explosive wall that I didn't test. But no. Alright, so drop down here. Same as before, some more enemies for us to kill. Grab the golden rune. Probably survive this fall, but I'd use the ladder or drop, doesn't matter what. Yeah! So we have two different huts. You're just gonna kill the stuff that's at the huts, kill the stuff that's behind the huts. There's just enemies and loot around here, so just look at both huts. Troll's hammer, nice little weapon there. Really trying to determination on me? Get out of here with that. Like I said, the big thing in this area is just lots of smithing loot. Find my way. Killed him. Go behind this hut. Nice little standalone room with more goodies. And then we're gonna swing into here to make sure it's emptied out. Okay, still have a piece of candy. There we go. Now, if those are done, we're gonna go down the central path here. And ta-da, we're at the boss. So this is a Stone Digger Troll. Y'all have fought this guy before. He's nothing special. Sure, I'm glad I have my mimic along. So the Great Club is interesting. It has golden land on it, which is obviously, as I mentioned, a really good art. It scales well, but it doesn't quite peak out. The scaling on this thing never reaches S. If you really just want big Zugzug stick, I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I think there's weapons with more potential. But Zugzug stick certainly isn't a bad choice. So anyway, pop this, return to the entrance. Next, we're going to head north. And on the previous episode, I had talked about... oh wait, did I have my episodes off? Hang on, let me see something. This is episode 43. Yeah, I did have it off. Okay, 43. This is 43. I have my episode numbers correct this time. 43. Called it. Head on out. Forgot I had to, when I was basically editing the opening of a bunch of the episodes that I misspoke on. I moved the good ones into a separate folder, and episode 42 is sitting in that folder. But anyway, we are just going to head this way, just head north, just continuing along. Now previously I talked about getting to the Volcano Manor and looping around. I did not know that there's actually a double Spirit Spring route that we can take right through this little lower area. So we are going to do that, because that is quite useful, and the folks that for some reason weren't able to find Raya, this will just get you over to her a good bit quicker. So up ahead, that is the Shaded Castle. That's not what we want though. Where is it at? Where is it at? It should be right here along the cliff face. I'll show you the location on the map once we run into it. I think it may have been just before this. Yep, there it is. Alright, so here's the first one. Right here, so just directly east of Old Altus Tunnel. hit that to jump on up. And then right after we jump up with that, as you can see, there's another one immediately in front of us. And doing that brings us right on up to the Bridge of Iniquity, which is great because it means that you don't need to do that crazy loop all the way around that I was talking about. See, this is the problem. Ideally, I would like to get this stuff done. I'd like to have more prep done, but episodes are coming out so fast, it's like I'm barely getting time to fully test mechanics before I record one. So we're going to be heading down here, but before that, we're actually going to check something here. So there's an invasion in this zone, and the conditions around the invasion are a little bit weird. They seem to be inconsistent. You know, some people were like, oh, it's Volcano Manor, but on New Game Plus, I'm already at Volcano Manor, and it didn't matter. I just came right on over here, and everything functioned just fine. So, someone else said they think it may be the Shaded Castle, or if not the Shaded Castle, it may be related to Fort Lade. You can take that ladder to get up, just ignore it for now. We're just running through. There's 3 loots here, right in this field. Got the Great Bolts, the Golden Runes, and then there should be one more, if I can get it before the Abductor versions decide I should die. Let's see, what did I write down? What's the loot? 3 loots near the ladder, and then Golden Vow and the Stoneward Key. So anyway, we should get invaded like any second right now. Hey, we did! We got invaded. Good. So I think it may have to do with whether or not you've been to Fort Lade or the castle. God, did you die? It's somebody we fought before. It's Anastasia. She just comes back for a round 2 ass beating, except this time she drops her weapon for you. You know, not a hard fight, as you can see. Already took her down. And that is the Butcher Knife, one of my favorite weapons from Dark Souls 3. Unfortunately here, it's not as good. The base scaling is Dex. You can obviously change that around. It dropped to Sacred. And you get healing when you get a square strike on the enemy. That means you hit them like right with the middle of it. But it's not as good as it used to be. It's not nearly as good as it used to be, so... anyway, we're going to grab Golden Vow. That is a very, very good incantation. Just a solid buff to your character. If you want to, like, you know, Paladin-type build, that's a Paladin-type thing. That's just going to increase your attack power, your defense, all that stuff. And then over here we have a Stoneward Key. Excuse me, Stone Sword Key. I've been called out on that numerous times. I mean, I think Stoneward sounds better. Stone Ward, like a ward made of stone, but they're actually made of like fog, so I guess that doesn't really make sense now, does it? But yeah, anyway. So after that, you can teleport back. I'm going to try and find that last loot. I know it's just like some piece of garbage laying on the ground, but try and find it. As for the ladder that I pointed out that goes up, don't worry about that. We're going to be getting to that upper area. Here it is. Yeah, throwing daggers. So glad I came back. But we're going to be getting to that upper area from a different route, so there's no point using the ladder now. We'll get there in due time. Instead, we're going to head out this way. We're going to use those torrents to get back down and then get that little piece of loot you saw over there. And then make our way towards the Shaded Castle. May even start the Shaded Castle. I'm not sure yet. I think we could... I mean, I know we can't fit the whole thing in this episode. Probably need 20, maybe 30 minutes for the Shaded Castle. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Don't want to do this. This is Altus stuff. I will grab this, though. Excuse me, sir. I'm just going to grab this lily, and I'll be on my way. You don't mind, do you? Those guys vomit lots of death. What are we trying to get to? We're trying to go west. I think I jumped down the wrong side. Yeah, I jumped down the wrong thingy. All right, back up we go. We're trying to go west. Yep, yep, yep. I did not know there were 2 of them. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's so much stuff just interconnecting. This is the one we were looking for. That area is fun. We'll get there soon. We're going to get through all of Gelmir first. After Gelmir, we'll do... Well, I don't know. We might do Upper Caelid before we do before we do Altus. I haven't decided where I want to guide y'all. Alright, so now that we've jumped down, we're just kind of heading back north. The idea is we're just trying to get down and go to the Shaded Castle. Remember there's one of those invasions here that we did for the Volcano Manor already. Alright, where's that little piece of candy we saw from above? Really gonna have to fall from above to get it? That doesn't make sense. No, hang on, I should be over here, because that's the Bridge of Iniquity. Yeah, I think I see what we gotta do here. It's a pain in the ass. It's up above us. Hang on a second. Yeah, I didn't notice that during our prep stream, but pretty sure I know exactly how to get to that. Now we're getting to see some raw, unfiltered, unguided cowboy. Here we go. I'm gonna go back up here, and I am pretty sure that I can cross. There we go. Beautiful. What is the reward for all of my efforts? It's gold. Gold stuff is usually, or purple. Oh, an Ascent Butterfly. Oh, thank God. I only have, God, I can't even look at my crafting right now, but, I mean, probably only have like 19 or 20, you know? It's a good thing I got that. Anyway, head towards the castle, and then we're gonna kind of veer off to the left. I really want to see. Let's see. Oh, God, I only had 37. Thank God. That was. Oh, if I had missed that, man, the whole walkthrough would have been compromised. So there is. Well, technically, it's just a hostile NPC because there's no like actual invasion that happens. But while you're fighting her, there is a giant who also wants to fight. I don't think the NPC is very scary. She runs around with a rapier. I would suggest, honestly, just beat the giant, and she'll probably get caught in the crossfire. Of course, the same rules as always applies to the giants. And charged heavies will absolutely shred it. So we just ran right past her and she didn't even aggro us. That's nice. Shaded Castle, Castilian. Boom! You should have been paying attention and doing your job. Anyway, killing her is going to get you the Ant Spur Rapier. This is a rather unique weapon because it already has rot on top of it, but despite that, you can infuse it with something else, meaning that you could have a Frostbite Rot Rapier or a Bleed Rot Rapier, or if you get a second one from a buddy dropping it or your New Game Plus, you can have 2 rapiers, so you have Bleed, Rot, and Frostbite. Really cool item. There's very, very limited things that allow you to do that. Anyway, we're just going to head straight into the castle, though. There's a couple things over to the side that's easier for us to hit from where we're at right now. Okay, and yes, so we're going to kill some stuff, kill these things. Don't need them waking up and causing a scene. There's a bunch of them on the rooftops, and there's a flower here that's going to do rot. We're just going to get rotted and then be on our way. Just grabbing the Smithing Stone 5. Grab the Poison Bloom. Oh no, we didn't get rotted. How wonderful. So I'm not interested in fighting a thing in a swamp. So a ton of these guys, just take them out. They shouldn't really be a problem for you. stuff to cure the poison. Okay. Alright, how are we at on time? Yeah, this place is definitely a little bit longer. Alright, let's wrap up here. If you want to explore this little area on your own, go ahead, but it's definitely a little bit longer, so I'm gonna save this. But there's a trophy boss here and a key item we need for Millicent Quest. So we're gonna wrap up here. We will tackle the Shaded Castle in the next video, and I will catch you all then.